Hello everyone, my name is Fury Heart. I'm here to talk about Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. As someone who has owned the original version back on the PSP and finished it, I've been waiting for this remaster for a very long time. Crisis Core has finally been freed from being trapped on the PSP. No disrespect to the PSP, I still have my PSP lying around, but getting new people to experience this wonderful game was a very difficult chance over the years. I am happy to see new players finally getting their hands on this game. Crisis Core is a prequel to Final Fantasy VII. You always see Zack mentioned throughout the game, and the player is only told how a great guy he was through Cloud's fragmented memories.
上に行くときは俺が一緒だ。心配すんなって。
ザックス、ありがとう。
よし、そうと決まればさっさとワゴン作っちまおう。俺、材料集めてくれよ。エアリスはここで待ってろ。
In Crisis Core, you get to play as Zack and experience how he became a first-class soldier and what really happened in the past. I'm sure you've noticed from the trailers and footage shown in the past months, Reunion has updated visuals and even improved the gameplay. It feels so nice to play on a controller and not having to suffer with playing on a PSP. Keyboard and mouse controls are handled very well, but nothing beats playing on a controller. Love it or hate it, the DMW, Digital Mind Wave, is still around as it was back in the original. In my own opinion, I always consider the DMW to be an interesting little gimmick. I am aware that it can get annoying at times, especially when it involves leveling up your materia or summons that show up when they feel like it. But other than that, your battle experience will always be different every time. It's actually a little heartbreaking when you see the DMW breaking down towards the end of the game. I will not spoil exactly why, but if you have played the original and beat the game, you understand why DMW is so important to Zack's story and the experience the player went through. While the main game is about 20 hours, the side quests will keep you busy. There's also a New Game Plus. One of the new features that I noticed is the battle stance and Buster Sword efficiency. Zack receives the Buster Sword after Chapter 6. This battle stance makes the Buster Sword more powerful and helps Zack take less damage when guarding. The switching stance is very similar to Cloud's Punisher stance with Final Fantasy VII Remake. I honestly never expected something like this to be borrowed and used in an older game, but it's actually pretty cool. The soundtrack is still amazing to listen to. Majority of the music tracks remain the same, while some tracks have been slightly adjusted. There are more changes, such as changing the dialogue for certain cutscenes.
So it's search and destroy?
The army is mobilizing, but there's still time. You and I will find them before they do.
And what?
Fail.
To eliminate them.
For real?
Yes, for real.
Awesome! We're gonna fail! Better run for it!
Is this the end?
No, not if I can help it!
Is this the end?
I'm trying! I'm trying!
The new voice cast is pretty decent. Most of the new voice actors perform very well. However, the new voice actor for Zack will never beat the original voice actor. Rick Gomez's voice as Zack fits the character so perfectly. It was sad and disappointing to find out that he wasn't going to make a return for the remaster.
"夢を抱きしめろ。そしてどんな時でもソルジャーの誇りは手放すな。これは夢と誇りの象徴なんだ。いや、そのものだ。俺、見失うところだった。ありがとな、クラウド。え？よし！
I understand why, since they did the same thing with the cast of Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think it's a really dumb decision, but when it comes to Square Enix, it's just business as usual to them.
Sisney.
Wait. He's the other sample they collected at Nibelheim.
Why did you come here? I told you to go away.
He doesn't look well, Zack. Is he alright?
Mako poisoning. Severe case.
The experiments, isn't it?
Yeah.
Crisis Core Reunion has been a very wonderful, nostalgic trip for me. It is not only one of my favorite PSP games, but also one of my top favorite Final Fantasy games excluded from the main games. I miss this combat system and how fun it is to beat up enemies. If you're familiar with the original Final Fantasy VII or played the remake, this is worth checking out. If you haven't played either, you can still play this prequel, but you might be a little lost with certain references or certain characters. I am so glad Square Enix finally brought back Crisis Core. I have missed this game so much, and being able to play it on PC made this experience more enjoyable. This is how a remaster should be done, and I wish more gaming companies could learn from this example. I am kinda curious if other games will get the same treatment. There's a Service comes to mind. That game wasn't as great like Crisis Core, but I still think it deserves a second chance if it's handled right while also updating the gameplay. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate your patience on waiting for this video to be made. I know I can never keep up with who uploads the fastest on YouTube, but I truly appreciate it when you can take the time to watch my videos. I also want to thank my audience when I stream. I can never keep an active streaming schedule, but I also appreciate when people come to hang out and watch. Let me know in the comments what you think about this wonderful remaster. Also a reminder, I have a Patreon. Thank you for your support, Rad. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Happy holidays and a happy new year.
友達だろ。